Hi, Donna here today for Inspiration Station, and I'd like to show you how to use some sequins that you can buy there at Inspiration Station. My granddaughters love sequins and they love bling. So I'm doing a layout for my granddaughters, and I'm using these cards from Kaiser Craft, and you get 48 cards and there's all different kinds in here, and they're fun to use for layouts. So the first one I'm going to do is this one. I'm just going to put bling along the bottom, and luckily this has a design in that helps me keep them straight. And then I'm just going to use my layout on my title on top of it. So what I did, was I have this clear thread that you could buy at any fabric store. It's nylon thread. And so what I did was I already punched my holes in where I'm going in at. So I'm going up in the back. And then I'm taking a sequin and I'm adding it on my needle, pulling it down. And then at the very top of the sequin, I'm going to put a hole there and push through. And then I'm going to come up around and go back through that hole again. And then the first hole that I went through, I'm sorry. And then that holds it nice and tight. And then I don't plan them, I just randomly put whichever sequin I happen to pick up at the time. Another thing I did was I made this butterfly, and I put I used embroidery thread, and then I put 3 sequins on. And then what I did was, I'll show you that one. I think. What happened to it? Okay, had it here earlier. Is I just left the end that I knotted there, and then I glued my sequins on with these dots. I laid dots down and then they just stuck on there. And then the rest of it, I just glued it onto the back so it stayed. And then that just makes a little body for the butterfly. And then I have this one that I'm going to make a row across, and this is the same thing with the card. It has a design on it. So what you do is you come up at the first spot where you want to start, and then you pick up a sequin and you overlap that halfway so the thread from the previous one is covered. All right, and then you're going to come up to the front. I hope you can see this right there. And then once you have it down, sometimes you got to work with them. There we go. And then it just overlaps the one in front of it. Now it might stick up a little bit, but once you start the next one, it'll stay down better. So then you're going to see where I came in this hole. You're going to make another hole right in front of it. And then that's where you're going to bring your thread back up for your next one. And then pick a sequin up. And again, overlap it. And right in front, your needle through it. That one I kind of messed up a little bit. Here we go. All right. Anyway, you can see that's going to make a nice little line there. And if you're really talented, you can monogram a letter or a word on here and do that with that if you have a bigger spot. But anyway, that'll make a nice little line going across this card. And then last of all, and the easiest thing to do, is if you have a paper and you just want to put little sparkles all over your paper. Isn't this paper neat? It's already sparkly. You just take your dots and you get a glue dot on the back of your sequin, and then just stick it on your page randomly. And I can also like put it on a card here, like to cover up that hole here. You can glue it on there like that. So I hope I inspired you to use sequins on your layouts and try some more sewing items. So thanks for visiting, and be sure to stop at Inspiration Station and get your bag of sequins.